אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. We move to page 6. Every morning we're told that we should wake up, and before we even put our feet on the floor, that we're supposed to say Modeh or Moda Ani. We thank God for giving us another day. And granted, Lindsey, this morning was not what you had always pictured in your mind, but there's so much for us to be grateful for that we can gather all of your friends and family from across the United States to celebrate with you this morning. So we all join in the words of Modeh Ani. Modeh ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shehechezarta v'nishmati b'chemla, Rabbi emunatecha. Let's do it again. Modeh ani. Modeh ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shehechezarta v'nishmati b'chemla, Rabbi emunatecha.
And now we're warmed up and we enter into really the first real liturgical part of our service. This is a beautiful set of blessings called Nisim B'chol Yom, blessings about the miracles of daily life. And it is impossible really to be in a service now without seeing these incredible correlations and connections between the Siddur, the prayer book, between prayer itself and the extraordinary circumstances in which we're living right now. And not for a moment to dismiss the darkness of this crisis. There is a bright side to it, and that bright side is all the little daily beautiful things that are being revealed in the absence of so much rushing around and running to work and driving and shopping and standing in line and being so frenetic. Now that we've slowed down, we're starting to really notice the daily miracles of life. Simple things like awakening to a new day, like the birds singing, like the sun shining, like being together with our closest and dearest family, baked bread and baked cookies, and all of these things that we seem not to have enough time for, that now we do. And these two are miracles of daily life. So Lindsey is going to lead us in Nisim B'chol Yom, the blessings of daily life, and then we're going to respond after each one by saying Amen. So Lindsey, please lead us.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamat v'bir shena menai, uchnu manel v'pai.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'torim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Oser Yisrael b'gvura. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Oter Yisrael b'tifara. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kishanu b'mitzvotah, v'tzivanu v'lasot b'divrei Torah. Amen.
Beautifully done. And now our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, which you will find on page 11. And those of you who wish to stand, it is customary to stand for the Baruch Hu. So those of you at home who wish to stand, please feel free to do that now. And Cantor Peicott's going to lead us in the Baruch Hu, page 11.
Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach leolam va'ed. Hamevorach, hamevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uborei choshech, oseh shalom uborei et hakol. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uborei choshech, oseh shalom uborei et hakol.
Now we join together in the Shema, and then immediately after the Shema, Lindsey will lead us in the Ve'ahavta. So now we're on pages 19, and we're going to go pages 19 through 21.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ready, Lindsey?
All right.
You're going to lead us in the Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levav u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha beveitecha Uvleteha vadere, ushokbeha, uvekumeha, ukshartam leot al yadeha, vehayuletot jafot, beineneha, uktaptam, amezuzot beteha, uvishereha, leman tiskeru, basitem et komitzvotai, vitem kedoshim leloehem, ani, Adonai Elohim, Asher Hotzeiti Atem, Meretz Mitzrayim, Leot Lahem, Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohim.
And beautiful. Beautifully done,
Beautiful,
Lindsey.
Lindsay. So on page 23, we find Michamocha. We're told that this is the song that the Israelites sang out when they witnessed a miracle. And I don't know how many of you were able to get down to the beaches of Los Angeles these last couple of weeks, but there was something called bioluminescence, where there was a certain amount of plankton that was in the ocean that every time a wave would crash, it would just be these lightnings of blue across the ocean sea in the middle of the night. And so my husband and my baby and I packed up the car one night and we took our tortilla chips in a cooler and we were determined to see this bioluminescence. And it was one of those moments where I connected so much to my ancestry of having this moment of like, who is like you, God? Micha mocha Adonai. You were able to see lightning in the water. It was the most beautiful spectacle I've ever seen in my entire life. And it really allowed me to experience that awe and wonder that our ancestors must have felt, and that we have the possibility of experiencing all the time if we were to just open our eyes and see what's around us. So these are the words of Micha mocha. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Oh, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Oh, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, Micha mocha, Baili Madonai, Micha mocha, Nedar Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele. I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, Micha mocha, Baili Madonai, Micha mocha, Nedar Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele. I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the.
In just a moment, we're going to enter into the Amidah, into the kind of center section of our service. And the Amidah begins first with a prayer that recognizes our indebtedness to our ancestors, that none of us got to be where we are today all by ourselves. We stand on the shoulders of loving parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. Lindsay, all the generations of your family in a spiritual way are with you right now. They help to create, literally create who you are in this moment. And we call them to mind, and we call to mind the sages of our people who created in their own beautiful and wise way this ceremony of Bat Mitzvah, for you to embrace the Torah. So in just a moment, Lindsay's going to lead us in the first two prayers in the Amidah, and then we're going to pause and have a little bit of quiet and give everyone an opportunity to say their own prayers from their hearts or follow in the prayer book. The Amidah is pages 27 through 41. And then after we've had some time for silent prayer, then Cantor Peicott's going to lead us in Sim Shalom on page 42. So we begin now with the Amidah, and Lindsay is going to lead us. Go ahead, Lindsay.
Adonai, Sefer Takivka, Ufia Gitahilateha, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Behanara El Elyon Gomel Hasajim Tovim Bekone Hako Bezoher Hastea Bot Bimahot Umevi Gelaliv Nehem Lemashimo Beahava Melech Ozer Umashia Umagen Baru Hata Adonai Magen Abraham Bezrad Sarah Atagi Borle Lam Adonai Mehaye Akolatai Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mehalkel Hayim Behesed Mehaye Hakol Berahamim Rabbi Zomen Nofli Berofet Olim Umatir Atsuri Umekaye Aminato Ishane Afar Mihamoha Baal Gevurot Umido Mela Melech Memid Umehaye Umatmia Yeshua Benan Elta Lehayot Hakol Baru Hata Adonai Mehaye Hakol.
Beautifully done. And now we're going to pause. And those of us who are outside will be able to listen to the sounds of the birds and nature and of the wind and the breeze. And we're going to just pause now for some moments of silent prayer within our own hearts. And then we'll conclude with Sim Shalom, which you'll find on page 42.
We conclude with the words of Sim Shalom. We ask God to put peace here on earth. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Chen v'chesed Verachamim Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael Amecha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha.
So beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. And now it's time for us to enter into the crown jewel of a Shabbat morning service, which is Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of Torah. And Lindsey's going to be chanting Torah in just a moment. And this, were we in the sanctuary, this is the point at which we would call your cousins forward. Lindsey, your cousins Brandon and David and Doug, and they would be opening the ark door right now so that we could then remove the Torah. and we would be handing the Torah to your mom and to your dad and them to you. And so instead of the actual Torah, your mom has something really very beautiful and precious to share with you, and she's going to tell us all a little bit about it and hand it to you, and then we're going to proceed with the Torah service. So Dana, please go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am holding this Siddur that belonged to my father, Bernie Levin, and so we're using this as a symbolic Torah, and we're going to pass it from generation to generation. So first, symbolically, we're starting with Elaine Shrager, that's Lindsey's grandma, who is home on Zoom. We miss you.
Hopefully on Zoom.
So symbolically, this is coming from Elaine to her son, Steve.
And I'm now passing it along to Lindsey. Oh, excuse me.
Well, actually, we're going to pass it
Yeah.
to Olivia as well.
Olivia, sorry. Older daughter, Olivia.
Okay, and then now to Lindsey.
Okay.
That's beautiful. And by the way, we know Grandma Elaine is on because she posted something in the comments section. So we know she's watching. She's right here with us.
Good job.
That's a pretty hip grandma to be able to do that. That's great. That's great. Okay, so let's begin. Cantor, are you ready?
We're ready. So we're going to begin with the introductory. We're all going to join together in the Shema on page 45. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai iti, Uneromema Shemo Yachtav. Beautiful. And now Lindsey is going to share with us a few words, a Devar Torah. We're going to hear what she studied about her Torah portion, Parshat Shemini. So Lindsey, I'm going to pass the microphone over to you to give us a little teaching about your Torah portion.
Welcome and Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining my Zoom on this special day. Although my bat mitzvah is not how I thought it would be, it means a lot that you are watching me. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I can't wait to celebrate with you all next year. I've worked hard for a long time to prepare for this day. Having a bat mitzvah means to me that I'm carrying on the Jewish tradition of my family. My grandpa Nelson, my papa Bernie, my dad, my sister Olivia, and many of my ancestors have all had bar or bat mitzvahs. Having a bat mitzvah links me to the family members, even the ones who are not living today. I'm carrying on the tradition, which makes me feel like they are present. The Torah portion I'm about to chant is called Parshat Shemini, which is about the kosher rules. My Torah portion lists the foods you can and cannot eat to be holy. For example, we're not supposed to eat shellfish or pork when we keep kosher. We do not mix meat and milk, which means that we do not eat chicken or beef with dairy in the same meal. The kosher rules teach us that every day when we prepare and eat food, that we should do so in a mindful and holy way. Before quarantine, I did not see food in a mindful and holy way. Now during quarantine, I learned to see food differently and appreciate it so much more. Before quarantine, I took for granted that food was easily accessible for me and my family. I never really thought about it. The refrigerator was always full, and now it's much harder to get ingredients, and we can't just go run out to the store when we run out of something. Also, many items are out of stock and hard to find. I now realize that some people live in places and circumstances where they have difficulty affording and accessing food every day, and I've learned a little bit about what that must be like. Another thing that has changed during quarantine is that I'm more aware of how much work goes into preparing a family dinner. Before, every day after school, I would do my homework and relax until dinner. Dinner just magically appeared. While I was relaxing, I didn't realize how much work my mom was doing to prepare a nice family meal. Now while I'm home all the time, I'm more involved with preparing meals, so I can see how much work goes into it. I appreciate much more how much work my parents do to shop, cook, and clean for family meals. Lastly, I used to take going out to dinner with my family on Friday nights for granted. It's something that we usually do. And now under quarantine, we can't do that, and it feels strange. We also can't have meals with other people, and I really miss interacting and connecting with my family and friends that way. I now see food as holy because I'm aware of how food brings people together. Quarantine has been disappointing for many reasons, including how many times I changed my bat mitzvah plans and it is now on Zoom instead of being in person with all of you. But at least one good thing has come out of quarantine. It is having a greater appreciation for spending time with people over meals. Feeling gratitude for having food, family, and friends is a way of being holy and mindful for all that we have in our lives. Not everyone has a lot of food on their table. For my community service project, for my bat mitzvah, I went on field trips with my temple to learn about ways we can help different problems in our city, including hunger. We helped build a community vegetable garden and visited a healthy restaurant in a neighborhood that had limited options. I've now grown. Now that I've grown, I'm mindful and appreciative of the food that I have during quarantine. I'd like to help others who have less by donating to the Karsh Center at Wilshire Boulevard Temple. In just a short time, the Karsh Center has provided over 21,000 meals and 29 diapers to our Los Angeles neighbors during quarantine. If you'd like to join me in helping others by volunteering or donating, check out the link that's been posted in today's Zoom chat or the email that was sent out yesterday. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Lindsay.
Shabbat
That was
shalom.
so beautiful.
Well
So
done.
even though we can't all be together, through the powers of technology, we can actually call upon some of your family to have the first Aliyah for our Torah reading this morning. So I'd like to turn on the pictures for the Lake family, cousins Nicole, Jeff, Will, and Emma, who are going to join us to do our first Aliyah. And then I also want to say that we would have also had as honorary participants Kathy Gallagher and Lindsey Shrager. Welcome, Lake family. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys like a 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to be off with the blessings, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch Adonai Hamorah.
Baruch Adonai Hambrolai Tzedlam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher B'Harbanu Mikol Ha'amim. V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Take it away, Lindsay.
Amen. Vatetse et milifnei Adonai. Vatohal ahamizbeah et halav et halavim. Vayar kol ha'am. Vayaronu. Vayiplu al panehem. Vayiku v'nei Aharon. Nadav Avihu. Ish maktato. Vainu vahe esh. Vayasimu alea ketoret. Vayakrivu lifnei Adonai esh sarah. Asher lo sivam otam. Vatetse esh milifnei Adonai vatoha otam. Vayamutu lifnei Adonai. Vayomer Moshe el Aharon. Hu asher diber Adonai lemor. Bikro va'ekadesh. Va'al panei ho ha'am ekaved. Vayitom Aharon.
Yasher
Beautiful.
Koach.
Great job.
Okay, ready, Lakes? We're going to give you a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. V'hayei olam atah b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Yasher Koach. The beauties of technology. That was so cool.
Great job, Lake family.
Okay, so now for our second Aliyah, I'm going to call upon our proud parents and our big sister, Dana and Steve and Olivia. So I'm going to give you guys a count as well. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Ha'amin V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Take it away, Lindsay.
Amen. Vayikra Moshe El Mishael Ve'el El Safan B'nei Uziel Do'od Aharon Vayomer Lehem Ki Revu Se'u Etzahehem Me'et B'nei HaKodesh El Mihutz Lemahaneh Vayikrevu Vayisa'um Behutotam El Mihutz Lemahaneh Kasher Diber Moshe Vayomer Moshe El Aharon Eleazar Ulitamar Banav Rashehem Al Tifra'u Uvigdehem Lo Tifromu Velo Tamutu Ba'al Kol Ha'ida Yiksof Ve'ahehem Kol Beit Yisrael Yiveku Et Hasrefa Asher Saraf Adonai Umi Petach Ohel Moed Lo Tetzeu Pentamutu Kishemen Mishhat Adonai Alehem Vayasu Kidvar Moshe.
Beautiful.
Koch, that was
Great.
beautiful. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
And for our third and final aliyah, we call upon our bat mitzvah, Lindsay. Tahamod, tamod, tamod, habachura habat mitzvah, chana bat faivel shraga ubracha, maftir chazak, ali lekabel et or haTorah. Okay, take it away, Lindsay.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayedaber Adonai El Aharon Lemor Yain Veshehar Al Tesh Ata Ubaneha Itach Bevoahehem Elohel Moed Velo Tamutu Kukat Olam Ledorotehem Uluhavdil Bein HaKodesh Uvein HaHol Uvein hatamei, uvein hatahor, uleharot et bnei Yisrael, et kol hachukim, asher diber Adonai, alehem, beyad Moshe.
Yashar Koach. Whenever you're ready.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam nata betohenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yay, that was beautiful. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov. Yay, lanu. That was so beautiful, Lindsay. Yashar Koach, you knocked that out of the park.
Beautiful. Really great,
And-
Lindsay.
I'm now going to call upon Dana and Steve to share a special blessing with Lindsey on this beautiful morning.
Mazel tov. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you for being a part of Lindsey's bat mitzvah via Zoom today. First, I want to congratulate you, Lindsey. Mazel tov. That was really, really wonderful. It took quite a bit of effort to get here today, and I don't mean just your hard work in preparing for today's service. I'm talking about everything that you've done up to this point in your life. In fact, very few things in your life have come easily, including the planning and scheduling of your bat mitzvah ceremony and celebration. The date of your ceremony has changed twice. The venue for your celebration has also changed twice. This mirrors much of your early childhood, which went through many twists and turns along the way. In the beginning, everything was a struggle. Born 10 and a half weeks before your expected birth date, you weighed at just 2 pounds, 2 ounces, and 13 inches long. During your 55-day stay at the NICU at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, you overcame a blood bank shortage for the blood type and blood platelets that you needed. You overcame a life-threatening infection as well. You were so sick and fragile that the doctors performed a life-saving surgery right on the NICU floor because they were so afraid you wouldn't survive the trip to the OR, which was just 1 floor above the NICU. You survived. You were a miracle baby. Yet you were just getting started on the winding road ahead of you. Before your 4th birthday, you would undergo 2 more surgeries, and later you would attend 3 different elementary schools in as many years. Nothing in your early life was easy. Throughout your life, Lindsey, you've overcome tremendous odds. You all know all about digging in and gutting it out. I admire that about you and come to realize that you approach life in a different way than many people your own age. You embrace every challenge with a positive mindset, not allowing the negativity or self-doubt to creep in and deter you from reaching your goals. A little while ago, I would have said your toughness and your ability to persevere were perhaps your best traits, but that's changed. What I've observed over the last year or so is something entirely different. You've matured in an incredible way. You have a better understanding of yourself now. Not only do you understand your strengths and the areas where you are not as strong, but also you've come to appreciate all of them and embrace them. You are comfortable in your own skin. And to me, that's your best quality, and it will serve you well for the rest of your life. For many people, this kind of self-realization doesn't occur, if at all, until much, much later in life. Understanding yourself gives you peace of mind, which can never be taken away or replaced. You get to be you and not someone you think you should be. My wish for you is that you continue to embrace your unique self. By doing just that, you'll have no trouble being true to yourself and not succumbing to the peer or societal pressures that are around you. Mazel tov on becoming a bat mitzvah. I love you.
Lindsey, I'm incredibly proud of you. You did such a wonderful job today. You chanted prayers and Torah with such heart and confidence. You made it through many hurdles to be here today, and I never doubted that you could get here. You're the most determined and resilient person I know. There were times when preparing and practicing for today was tough. You worked around learning challenges and you didn't give up. Now look how far you have come. I hope you feel very proud of yourself for what you have accomplished today. You had a vision for your bat mitzvah from the start. Although we needed to change our plans many times, The essence of what you envisioned is all here today. You wanted your bat mitzvah to have the magical feeling and sense of community of Hilltop Camp. We booked the camp, but then due to the Malibu fires, a camp bat mitzvah was not meant to be. You rebounded, although we were very sad, you rebounded and we booked Calamigos Ranch, which had just the right Malibu feeling. Then coronavirus caused a worldwide pandemic and we had to regroup a few more times. You were able to take it all in stride and you never gave up. All your hard work came together today. We are in our backyard, which gives us that camp outdoorsy feeling. We have Cantor, Peicott playing the music of camp. We have the camp prayer book and Rabbi Leader virtually by our side for this simcha, a joyous event. Shortly, we will have a virtual appearance by your camp friends, sharing their voices and the spirit of camp. We have all your family and friends on Zoom, sharing our joy. Your parents and sister are by your side. The essence of what you envisioned for your bat mitzvah service is still all here today. Not just today, but every day, you are a living example of what marvelous things can happen in life with perseverance and belief in yourself. You have taught us how to handle the twists and turns of life. You have shown us to never give up, to utilize all your supports, and that with creativity and determination, a beautiful version of your life can unfold, even if it is a different version than expected. So my wish for you today is that you continue to be determined and resilient, as life will surely have more twists and turns. Lastly, as I mentioned, support is an important part of this equation. So I'd like to take a minute to give a few quick thank yous to the people who have supported Lindsey and our family and helped make today possible. This Zoom bat mitzvah is possible because of the wonderful people at Wilshire Boulevard Temple who helped us pivot and made the process seamless. So thank you to Rabbi Leader, Cantor Peicott, Ronit Ben Shoham, Don Levy, Lisa Alpern, and Jessica Reisenberg. Also, a special thank you to Lindsey's teachers at Park Century School who have helped her to soar. And thank you to all of our friends and family on Zoom for being here today, for it is your love that has buoyed us during some difficult times. Love you all. Shabbat Shalom.
Love it, baby. Thank you. Okay.
That was so beautiful. Thank you. Lindsey has some words of gratitude that she would like to share with you all because she knows that as hard as she's worked to get to this point, that she wouldn't have been able to get there without the love and the support of her kehillah, the community that holds her up. So go ahead, Lindsey.
First, I would like to thank my parents. Thank you for supporting me and believing in me always. I would like to thank you for letting me see different parts of the world and different ways of life. I appreciate all of the amazing meals we have every night and how much time and energy you put into making sure me and Olivia have everything that we need. Thank you for planning my bat mitzvah. Although it is not as exactly as we originally planned it, it is perfect and I can't thank you enough. I may not show it all the time, but I appreciate everything you do for me and Olivia. I love you so much. Next, I'd like to thank my sister Olivia. Thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for making me breakfast until I was 5 years old. Thank you for entertaining me, and thank you for being such an amazing role model. Olivia, you're the hardest working person I know. I barely saw you all of junior year because you were always doing work. I'm going to miss you so much when you go to college, but I know you will visit us. I don't know what I'd do without you. I love you so much. Next, I'd like to thank all of the clergy, Rabbi Leader, Cantor Peicott, and my tutor, Ronit. I really appreciate all of the time and effort you put into helping me prepare for this day. I could not have done it without all of your support. Lastly, I'd like to mention Hilltop for helping me form my Jewish identity and providing a place I call my second home. Hilltop is also a place I've made so many amazing friends. Thank you all for being here on Zoom and being a part of my special day. I really appreciate all of your love and support you have given me, and I'm glad I can celebrate with you all in a virtual community.
So beautiful, Lindsey. Thank you. You've really honored all of us today and uplifted all of us. And I have quite a bit on my mind that I want to share with you. But before that, I want your parents and Olivia standing next to you with a very special talit. And why don't we take off the talit you're currently wearing? This is sort of a great thing this marks a real transition, moving from that talit to this talit. So let's all get you guys together. And then after this blessing, we're going to put that talit on Lindsey's shoulders, okay? So that she can wear that for the rest of the service. This talit belonged, Lindsey, to your great grandfather Abe. So this goes back many generations in your family. Remember earlier I said that you're standing on the shoulders of people who have created your very life itself. And in addition to this being your great grandfather's talit, a lot of your family has been married or become bar bat mitzvah in that talit, and we're calling them to mind now. And we're also, of course, calling to mind Steve, your dad. Your dad, Nelson, who I know is here with you in your heart and here with your whole family and all of us today, smiling down, very, very proud. And also, Lindsey, you were named for your great grandmothers, Anne and Rose, and they're here with you too, all the generations of your family. So proud that you're carrying on this Jewish legacy. And you know, your mom and dad and I were under the chuppah, I don't know how many years ago. How many years, Dana? How many?
29 this June.
29 years ago. And 29 years ago, I was the young rabbi at Hilltop, long before you were a camper there. So I have a great love for that place, as you do. I have a great love for your parents and for you and Olivia and your family, and the great legacy of Torah that you're continuing now today. I want to say a few words before we actually do the blessing that relate to your Torah portion. I'm not going to give a sermon today because sermons don't really work that well in this format. I want to share with you first a story, okay? This is a story about a rabbi with a very funny sounding last name. His name was Rabbi Zusia. And Rabbi Zusia was one of the most famous and important rabbis of his generation, and he had many, many followers, many, many disciples. And when he was very old and he knew he was dying, he was surrounded by all of his disciples. And suddenly Rabbi Zusia started crying. And one of his disciples said to him, Rabbi Zusia, why are you crying? Without a doubt, of all the great rabbis in all of history, you for sure are going to merit a place in the world to come. You're going to be honored in death just as you were honored in life. Why are you crying? And Zusia said to his disciple, I'm crying because now that I'm dying, I realize that when I'm called before the heavenly court above, they are not going to ask me, Zusia, why were you not as brave as Abraham? And I'm crying because now I know when I stand before the heavenly court, they are not going to ask me, Zusia, why were you not as wise as Moses? I'm crying because I realize now that when I stand before the heavenly judge, I will be asked, Zusia, why were you not Zusia? This is a story about being yourself, Lindsey, being who you really are and embracing who you really are. You know, these laws of keeping kosher that you chanted, they're one of the things that make Jews different from all other people in the world. We embrace being different. One of my favorite quotes is by Coco Chanel, who said, "Don't be like all the rest of them, darling." So Lindsey, don't be like the rest of them. Be Lindsey. Be the beautiful, sensitive, smart, thoughtful, hardworking, camp-loving, Torah chanting, talit wearing Jewish young woman that you are today. Be who you are. Jews have always embraced our differences from other peoples. We're proud of who we are. We don't apologize for who we are. And we turn who we are into a beautiful blessing every day. Lindsey, you have inspired me, not just this morning. You've inspired me as you've worked so hard to achieve this great morning and to chant, and not only chant, but understand the Torah in a very sensitive and very deep way. I am very proud of you. More important than that, Lindsey, more important than your rabbi or your cantor being proud of you, or even your sister or your parents being proud of you, is that you be proud of yourself for the beautiful, beautiful person that you are inside and out. I hope you hold fast to that beauty every day of your life, because if you do, I can promise you, it'll be a life that's blessed and a life that you're always proud of. So Lindsey, be Lindsey. And now I want to gather your family around you. And it's the Cantor's honor and my honor to bless you now with these words of the Torah. May God bless you, Lindsey, and may God protect you. May God illumine your life and be gracious to you. May God always be with you, Lindsey, and may God grant you the most precious blessing of all, the blessing of being who you truly are in order to live a life of which you will always be proud, and the blessing of peace. Amen.
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 Mazel tov, sweetheart. Give everybody a hug there. Come on.
Yay.
Good job, you did it.
And now we move to another beautiful part of our service, and one I know you know well from camp, Lindsey, and that's the Mishaberach prayer, this prayer for healing. And I can't think of a time in my life that a prayer for healing has been more needed in the world, in the entire world. So many people need to know that we're thinking of them, that they may be isolated, but they're not alone. And we're going to sing the Mishaberach, which you'll find, those of you who are following along in the camp prayer book, you'll find it on page 48. And I'm going to ask for all of us that if there is someone on whose behalf you'd like us to sing the Mishaberach now, someone who needs healing. They may be at home, they may be near, they may be far, but they're in our hearts. Just take a moment now and pause and think of that person or those people. Hold their image in your mind and hold them in your heart. And we'll pause for just a moment, and then we'll sing together the Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekod habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. and let us say Amen. Bisheberach imotenu mekol habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now it's time for the Aleinu. By the way, in keeping with my words to you a few minutes ago, Lindsey, a lot of people don't realize it, but the Aleinu is the prayer that probably more than any other prayer in our service talks about embracing the way in which we are different from other people, and how important it is to be true to who we truly are. So we're going to now join in the Aleinu. Those of you at home who wish to stand, this would be an appropriate prayer to stand for. The Aleinu is on page 51, and Cantor Peicott's going to lead us.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
And now we're heading toward the conclusion of our service, and a lot of us know that every service toward the end, toward its conclusion, includes the saying of Kaddish, the prayer that we say that helps us remember the people we love who have died, and to remember to move forward with their memory in our hearts with faith in the future. In just a moment, we'll be saying the Kaddish together. There may be people particularly that each of us would like to call to mind. I want to give Dana and Steve just a moment to mention anyone who they want to be sure we call to mind before Kaddish, and for Dana to share some really beautiful ritual objects with us that call to mind many of the people that your family loves and have lost. And then I'll give everyone a moment to think of their loved ones, and then we'll join together in Kaddish. So Dana, please guide us.
Thank you. Especially today, we're thinking of our loved ones who are not with us today. So I set up this tray of Kiddush cups and candlesticks that we're going to use in a minute, and to help remember all of the people in our lives who have loved us and filled our hearts with love. And I feel we all feel their presence today. So I'm going to share some of these objects. This is a candlestick that belonged to Lindsey's great-great-grandmother, Bella, and Grandma Elaine wanted us to use it today. I also have a candlestick that belonged to my mother, Phyllis, that I wanted to use today. We have a lot of Kiddush cups. This is a Kiddush cup that my grandparents, Shirley and Hal, got at their wedding, a present from Hal's mother. This Kiddush cup belonged, was Saul Shrager's. And this Kiddush cup was a present to Lindsey at her baby naming from her grandpa Nelson. And okay, this is a Kiddush cup that Olivia got at her bat mitzvah from the temple. And in addition to all these people, we're thinking of all our loved ones on Zoom and who used to be here with us. They're in our hearts today, and we're happy to have these items to help feel like they're present and smiling down on us.
Beautiful. Let's all just pause for just a moment now and call to mind those we love who have died and yet somehow are so very much with us. And then we'll join together in Kaddish. Okay, Cantor, will you unmute and you'll join me and we'll join together in Kaddish. Yid Gadal, Yid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Alma Divra Chirute, Yamlich Malchute, Chayechon Uviyomechon, V'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Agalau V'Zman Kariv, V'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Leolam U'almei Almaya. Barach V'ishtabach V'yipar V'yitromam V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shmei Nekucha Richu Le'ela Minko Birchata V'shirata Tushbachata V'nechamata Ta'amiran Be'alma V'yimru Amen. Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen.
We're going to conclude our service by asking Lindsey and Olivia to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi. And then, as Dana had mentioned earlier, we have a very special appearance by some of Lindsey's camp friends. And then I want to encourage that once the service ends, that the rabbi and I will be able to leave. But for those of you who want to stay on, there's an opportunity to stay on and have like a little moment of, you know, oneg schmoozing in a virtual world and a chance to wish Lindsey a mazal tov on an incredible job that she did today. So Lindsey, Olivia, if you guys are ready, you'll lead us in Kiddush with one of those beautiful Kiddush cups.
Not the camera? Okay. Ready?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch
Atah
Adonai Eloheinu
Melech haolam Borei.
L'chaim, go ahead and take a sip.
We know it's grape juice. Go ahead.
Sparkling.
Sparkling grape
Sparkling
juice.
grape
That's
juice.
a special
Fancy.
day.
That's from Amazon Fresh.
That's great. You guys go ahead and have a drink, and then we're going to do motzi.
Inevitable.
Beautiful. And then you'll use that beautiful challah that Dana showed us earlier to lead us in motzi.
Okay. Here. Ready?
I got it.
It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
There's the challah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's
Amazing.
beautiful.
I wish I could just reach through the screen and have a piece of that. Let's do motzi. Everybody ready over there?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. 1, 2.
Baruch
atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech
HaMotzi
Min haaretz.
Amen. V'te'avon, thank you
V'te'avon.
guys.
Go
Okay,
ahead
so
and
we're going
eat
to go
that
ahead
challah.
and get this little surprise started. We're going to ask our tech team behind the scenes to cue up a very special video with love from Lindsey's friends.
There's a video when we want to see.
Here we go.
Oh, say shalom.
That's so beautiful. That's really great. Lindsey, Mazel Tov. Congratulations. We're so proud of you. Hope you're proud of yourself. That was really, really beautiful.
Such a beautiful job, Lindsey. Mazel Tov.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Now that Cantor and I are going to get out of the way and let you have fun with all your family and friends, okay?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Congratulations.
Beautiful. Thank
you.
you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Hi, Lindsey.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
It's an amazing job.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, you really put it on gallery view.
We're moving to gallery view.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Where's the
Hi Lindsey.
Hey, Dave.
Where's the
Wait, sorry, we're getting to gallery. Okay, now you can see
Bring
everybody.
it closer.
Oh,
Okay.
hi,
Little
everyone.
Tom Lindsey.
My goodness.
Beautiful job, Lindsey.
Thank you.
Well done, sweetheart. It was beautiful. Loved you.
Hi, Graham.
Love you.
Hi, Graham.
Hi Graham.
Graham, unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Need
mute.
some IT help, Graham?
It's on the bottom left. Thank you. You did it.
Oh hi cousin Josh.
Beautiful service. Jeff, you're very funny.
Okay, let's
Lindsey, a big mazel from all the way around the corner from your home. Also, a big shout out to Olivia. Congratulations on your graduation.
Hey, Cecilia.
Very special moment. Thank you for.
Special guest.
Roxy got to come to the bottom.
Hi Poppy.
Hi.
We're looking at the different screen.
Should I get off now?
Hi Graham. Your little boy.
Dressed up.
Michael has a cat. Hi, cat.
Great job, Lindsey.
Thank you.
Hi, Bubba.
Oh, look, it's Will.
Great job.
Hey, Howard.
Congratulations, Rosa.
Hey, Howard.
Congratulations to the whole family.
Hey,
Wonderful.
Howard.
Thank you.
Mazel tov to the Shragers.
Congratulations.
Charlotte.
Congratulations, Lindsey. Mazel tov. It's so wonderful to share with you and your family.
Oh, there's another Roxy doll.
She said
Hey,
Congratulations, Lindsey.
yes.
Thank you.
Wow, there's so many.
The levies.
Oh, hi, Graham.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Colin. I heard Leslie. You were amazing, Lindsey.
Thank you.
Oh, the Jets. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Oh, that was Grandma. Hi. Hi, AJ.
Oh, Mazel tov. Hi.
Thanks.
Oh, we see the Mormons in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, that's.
Hi. Hi, Lily.
You love
Oh,
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Larry.
Okay. Hi, Judith. Hi, Lori and Stephen.
Congratulations. Beautiful job, Lindsey.
Thank you. Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
Barbie. Hi. Linda.
there's so many people.
Who's this?
Hi, Cantor, Bob.
The tie on for you.
Carol and Bob, they look so cute. Hi, Carolyn.
Hi, guys.
We're trying to get the right picture. Scarlet, how old is Scarlet now? 1.5. Thank you, Lakes. You guys are wonderful.
But you have it frozen.
You should look out.
Oh, there we go. No.
Okay. Hi, Lori. Hi, Lori. You look like you're in outer space.
You put it back.
It's my background.
Very cool.
It's the island. Vacation.
I'd like to be.
Making it weird. Okay.
We all
Okay. There's so many creative.
Bye.
Hi, Marla.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Lay.
Hey, Bobby and Carol.
Hi,
everyone.
Hi, Bob and Carol.
Hi. Who's saying that?
Dana.
Oh, hi, Dana.
Hi.
Perfect.
It's a beach.
You're in Hawaii.
I know. Is that nice?
Oh, downtown Encino.
Hi, Lucy. Okay, we see a bunch of other names. Hi to everybody who's listening and about photos.
Or just phone numbers.
We don't mind Rogue.
Rogue.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, Alice. Hi, Lily.
Hi, Marla. I see you.
Hey, that was wonderful. We enjoyed it so much.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yes, you guys.
For Grandma, who's that?
Yeah. Oh, we lost Nana.
Hi, Nicole.
Who is it? All right. Lindsay's reading the chat.
I want the echo.
Oh, now I see Graham. Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Wait, where's Graham?
I know, but I didn't see her.
Hey,
till
Graham.
now.
Now she.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love you. It's great.
Bye, everybody. It was beautiful. Bye, cousins. I love you all very much. Lindsay, you rocked it, baby. You rocked it.
Hi, Lori. Bye.
Hi, cousins.
Thanks for watching. We
Thanks
love
for
you.
watching.
See you all.
Congratulations, Lindsay. Bye, everyone.
Love you.
Love the speeches too.
Tuning in.
Happy birthday, Lindsay. Thank you for watching.
Last shout out to Auntie Elaine. I love you, Auntie Elaine.
Love you, Lori.
I love you so much.
Likewise. It's good to see you.
Great to see you too.
Hi, congrats.